Hi fire sign, welcome to Bella Luna. I'm just gonna dive right into your reading. I used to give like an introduction, but I'm not really in the mood anymore. So let's get started. Bear, fire sign, okay. Um, so in the past, recent past, you've gone through this like big enlightenment, and it's really much, it feels like this sounds really funny, but the universe has almost been like playing with you in a way. I think they've been giving you a lot of like signs, synchronicities, you could be seeing like a lot of repeating numbers, like to the point where you're like, this has to be a joke, like not another one. And it's almost like they were giving you clues to something, and you knew. It sounds so weird, fire sign, but it's like, people underestimate how intuitive fire signs are, but you guys really are. Like, fire in itself is such an intuitive energy. So I think you knew something was going to happen before it happened. But then when it happened, you were kind of in shock, right? Like, all the synchronicities lined up, and you were like, oh my god, like, that's what it was. It's just feeling very funny, fire sign. Please forgive me for laughing. Okay, interesting. In the middle, we have tiger and deer. Um, Usually, YouTube gives me sort of demographics about who my audience is, who I'm mostly connecting to and stuff. But weirdly enough, I feel like I could either be talking to like a cross watcher, or I could be talking to a male fire sign. Because normally, like a predominant amount of my readings usually reach a woman's audience, but I'm feeling like I'm connecting with a guy here, weirdly enough. Or, just someone who has a lot of masculine energy. You might not be biologically male, right? It's just, I'm feeling a very masculine energy. So in the center, we have tiger and deer. And weirdly enough, I feel like this is another person. I feel like this is the thing it was leading up to. Like all the signs and synchronicities were sort of leading you towards this person, and you knew it. You just didn't. Um, this sounds kind of funny, fire sign, but it's almost like you gave a challenge to the universe. You're like, okay, if this is really happening, if this is who I think it is, then show me this person. Show me this person. And the universe was just like, bet. And with the tiger card, you can see the moon in the forehead. I almost feel like this person knew as well. Like they were equally getting signs and synchronicities, being like, hey, heads up, ayo, heads up, right? Um, and with deer, I love this energy together. The fact that it came out together, because tiger is so fierce, right? And there's this intensity, this passion to it, which as a fire sign, like you love. But then the other side of this person is like deer, so it's super nurturing, mother-like, patient, calm. But then also like tiger, so they do have a fiery side. They do have this almost like we are Sparta. Like they have no problem burning down an entire village if it's what needs to be done. Which sounds so messed up. Now I'm kind of worried about this person, but I don't know. I'm still getting good vibes off of them. It just feels like, uh, it's that. I'm totally gonna butcher his name. Is it Lao Tzu, where he says, "It is far better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war." Right? It's almost like this person is a warrior in a garden. They have the ability to be very emperor-like, very obviously powerful. They probably have some anger issues, right? But there is a sense that they can bring it back in. It's very rare that someone is given power and the power does not corrupt them. But this is someone who is not easily corrupted by power, if that makes sense. And they have a lot of it, but they also have that groundedness to them that doesn't allow their ego to take over, right? Interesting. I've never had a reading like this. So let's move into the future. Fire ant. Interesting. I think there's another thing that happens, fire sign. This is so weird. Either it's like, if you did see this person or you've just been thinking about them a lot, either you or them, one of you is either going to reach out, or as I said, the universe is just gonna throw you back together. That sounds so strange, but that really is what it's feeling like. It almost feels like there's a pot on the stove and you can feel the water inside of it is starting to boil and boil and boil, and now it's like about to overflow. It's building up to this zenith point, really, in the future. You're heading towards the zenith point. Dragonfly as well. Once again, like, you've seen this coming for a long time. The Dragonfly card is a very clairvoyant card. Additionally, just these two keep wanting to come out. Crow and black egg. So it's like, whatever's happening now, fire sign, this is a very long time coming. The crow and the black egg, for me, talks about like a long-held secret. A lot of readers on YouTube, I've heard them say this before, you know, the crow announces it. So there's something about the crow, and the crow is very clairvoyant as well, right? It represents the past, the present, and the future. And when it comes out with black egg, for me, it means that this truth has not changed. Past, present, future, this truth has remained the same. This is, once again, I've never done a reading like this, hands in the air, but it really feels like this connection between you two has never really died, you know? Even if you tried to cut the cord, even if you tried to energetically, you know, forget about them, not think of them, it just wouldn't die, you know? And I think this is a first for you, fire sign, where you're like, I've never had this kind of thing happen to me with someone. I've never... This sounds so cheesy, but it's like the love never died. It just never did. And then whatever pinnacle moment you're leading up to, you know, there's a big truth that's going to be revealed. And I think whatever truth is revealed, it allows the both of you to sort of hop on the back of the dragonfly, if you will, and start sailing, you know? You're going into clear waters now. The way dragonflies are around water, you know? Something about this is really powerful, fire sign. Something about this, it leaves you both in peace, not pieces. And I think this is the first time this has happened to you. So I'm going to leave the reading there. Thank you so much for watching, fire sign. I hope you have a phenomenal week/month, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye, guys.